Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, November 11th, 2025. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Deputy Governor General Her Honour Hyleeta Liburd hosted a reception honouring 14 young men on Nevis who received the Boy of Excellence Award for 2025, namely Andrew Washington Samuels of Cicely Brown Integrated School, Brian Taylor of the Charlestown Primary School, Rosin Daniel of the Mud Cross Preparatory School, Jaden Wilkinson of the St. Thomas's Primary School, Adrian Douglas Jr. of the St. James Primary School, Elijah Rivers of the Nevis Academy, Tevion Hendrickson of the Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School, Kimani David of Montessori Academy, Alj Gishan of the Ivor Walters Primary School, Kelron Liburd Jr. of the Joycean Liburd Primary School, Dylan Elliott of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School, Zuriel Christmas of the Gingerland Secondary School, Excellence Nisbet of the Charlestown Secondary School, and Junior Passad of the Nevis International Secondary School. At the ceremony on Wednesday, November 5th, at Government House, Her Honour Hyleeta Liburd gave words of encouragement to the Boys of Excellence.
You have to continue to be the best that you can be. And that doesn't mean that you have to be able to talk like I am up here talking. Because sometimes actions speak louder than words. People are looking at you wherever you're going. And they make up their minds what kind of person you are. So make sure that whatever you are telling us, including me, when I meet you, that it is something of excellence. That your behavior is right, that your speech is right, that your action is right, that the way you help others is right, that the way you are disciplined is right, that the way you respect yourself and others is right. Okay? That way, you're going to be the best.
Her Honour also commended those who helped to mold the young men.
In this building, we have Boys of Excellence, but those Boys of Excellence did not just become excellent by themselves. We had some persons in the home that helped them to be Boys of Excellence. We had some persons in the community, in the churches, and in their schools that help them to be Boys of Excellence. And some of you are here. And so I elevate you as persons who have helped them to be what they are. So this afternoon, it's not just about our boys, but it's about the entire community that helped to make Boys of Excellence.
Following her remarks, Her Honour Hyleeta Liburd presented the boys with tokens of appreciation. Officer at the Department of Gender Affairs and Ambassador for the International Day of the Boy Child, Mario Philip, was on hand and delivered brief remarks. The reception included a presentation by Corporal Niger Descent of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defence Force, a Thai demo by Mario Philip, a steel pan demo by Junior Paris, musical interactions by The Masquerade, a robotics demo by Jaden Dennis Clark, and old-time games by Patrick Howell. The Boy of Excellence Awards is an initiative of the Department of Gender Affairs Boys Mentorship Program. The award is given in a celebration of the International Day of the Boy Child, which was inaugurated in May of 2022 and is presented annually to one boy child in each primary and secondary school on Nevis. Minister of Sports, the Honourable Troy Liburd, says the Nevis Island administration was happy to support the St. Kitts and Nevis team, which participated in the 2025 OECS Swimming Championship. The competition took place from November 7th to 9th in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Swimming Federation would have made a request for the government to give some financial support, and we were happy to do so, Madam President. I am also very happy to note, Madam President, that of the 14 swimmers, 11 of the swimmers hail from Nevis, Madam President. So that is something that I'm very proud about, and I know that the government is very proud about it. We have been certainly pushing swimming. Swimming is on the rise here on Nevis. Swimming is on the rise in the Federation, and the government is putting its full backing behind our young athletes and our young swimmers, Madam President.
Minister Liburd notes that the government remains focused on broad-based sports development.
We want to ensure that every single child, every boy or every girl has an opportunity to play, to grow, and to excel. We continue to seek partnerships with those in the business community to come on board and to assist us. Of course, we can't do any of this if we don't have funding, and so I want to thank National Bank, the Bank of Nevis, the RAMS, those persons who have been partnering with us, and I want to encourage other business entities to come on board and partner with the Ministry of Education and Sports as we seek to develop our young people here on Nevis. Your support, of course, could be the big difference between our young people excelling and not doing so well. I also want to thank the general public for their support for all of our activities, and I want to encourage other persons out there in the public to come on board with us and help us as we develop our young people here on the island of Nevis. Together we are really shaping the future of our young people, and everyone is needed, and every little bit helps.
Minister of Sports, the Honourable Troy Liburd. Still to come, new Mandarin teacher assigned to Nevis. I'll be right back with the details after this break.
I'm Wakely Daniel, Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Premier. As Permanent Secretary, I wish to salute the vision of our fourth national hero, the Right Honourable Dr. Simeon Daniel. It was his foresight that led to the establishment of the Nevis International Financial Services Industry, an industry that has contributed tremendously to the overall socio-economic development of the people and island of Nevis. Today, I recognize the contribution of this giant of a man as the administration commemorates the resilience and fortitude of the Nevis International Financial Services Industry. Best wishes and congratulations.
Welcome back. The Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Human Resources has received the call for Cuban scholarships for the academic year 2026-2027. A total of 19 scholarships are being offered, 6 for pursuing studies in medicine, 6 for postgraduate medicine, 3 for a non-medical career, 2 for a bachelor's degree in nursing, 1 for dentistry, and 1 for a short cycle higher education program in health technology. Applicants for the postgraduate degree must have graduated from Cuba with a medical degree. Applicants for the bachelor's degree must be under the age of 25 years. Applicants must be citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, and all documents must be accompanied by a legalized Spanish copy. The deadline for submitting completed applications and accompanied documents to the Ministry of Human Resources for onward processing is Friday, March 20th, 2026. For application forms, information on application procedures, scholarship requirements, and benefits, contact the Ministry of Human Resources at 469-5521, extension 5163, 5164, 5166, or 5167. A new Mandarin teacher has been assigned to Nevis through the Taiwan ICDF Overseas Mandarin Teaching Project. During her courtesy call on Minister of Education, the Honourable Troy Liburd, Ginger Yu shared her plans for the Mandarin program in schools. Minister Liburd welcomed Miss Yu to the island and expressed thanks to her for taking up the important role. Also present at the meeting were Permanent Secretary Sanella Claxton and Principal Assistant Secretary Jamira Claxton. As part of a series of introductory meetings, representatives of the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan in St. Kitts and Nevis, along with Miss Yu, met with Permanent Secretary Claxton and Deputy Principal Education Officer Joanne Williams. Further introductory meetings will be facilitated with education officers and school leaders prior to the commencement of the Mandarin program for the 2025-2026 school year. The Ministry of Education expresses its appreciation to the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for its partnership and support of the development of education in the Federation. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.